The heating and cooling strategy has been presented in February 2016. What is the reaction of the industry?
I think the heating and cooling strategy really represents an important step for European policy. It finally puts heat right in the center of the European energy agenda, and for that it's really to be welcomed. What the European heating and cooling strategy really provides an opportunity to do is to tie and link together all these different areas of European policy that have been probably to date too much dealt in silo and need to be brought together into kind of a more comprehensive, holistic whole. For cogeneration, that system approach is absolutely key. It solves each of the areas of the trilemma: security supply, decarbonisation, and affordability, and it covers both electricity and heat systems. So trying to allow cogeneration to succeed in European policy when it's siloed is a real handicap for cogeneration success. So that's the opportunity of the heating and cooling strategy. The key now is to actually implement it in practice, to see it embedded in the EU emissions trading scheme, to see the kind words about cogeneration embedded in the in the energy efficiency directive. So that's, I think, the goal over the coming year.
And regarding the emission trading system, what are the implications for CHP?
I think that's an area where, just going back on what we just talked about the need to embed the heating strategy in other areas of policy. The heating strategy says that cogeneration is to be welcomed, and that we want to support it, and we want it to be able to access fair value in the marketplace, and for its benefits to be recognized in terms of decarbonisation, and those benefits to be recognized back to the user. The EU ETS has some areas of concern where that isn't happening, and the proposals for Phase 4 will further embed those distortions in the traded market. Whether that's the fact that boilers will face 1 reduction factor while CHP will face 2 reduction factors, whether it's the fact that on-site generation isn't appropriately recognized in the rules, whether it's the fact that it makes more sense for many users to keep their 15 megawatt boiler rather than put in a larger CHP because it moves them from outside the EU ETS into the EU ETS. There are all these distortions in the marketplace, and it means that the EU ETS, instead of driving more efficient, lower carbon solutions, it can actually have a role in preventing those lower emission solutions. So I think we need to take some of the high level strategic views in the heating strategy and start to see those implemented in the EU ETS for Phase 4.